In this video, a hidden benefit for Mexican citizens you've probably never heard about. It's called the Matrícula Consular de Alta Seguridad, Mexico's high security consular identification card. This is an ID card that Mexican citizens can get. It's a CID, a consular ID, and it's the type of thing that's issued by some governments to their citizens who are living in foreign countries. Essentially allows you to pick up an additional ID that could come in handy in useful ways. So if you've ever wondered, what's the Matrícula? How do I get one? Why is it so important? Or maybe you're just curious about its uses, security features, or how it empowers the Mexican diaspora, this video is for you. We're going deep into the lesser known insights, common questions, and guiding you through the process step by step. Whether you're a Mexican in the USA, Canada, or beyond, or just fascinated by global ID systems, let's explore the world of the Matrícula Consular. So let's start with the basics. The Matrícula, also known as the Matrícula Consular de Alta Seguridad, is a photo ID card issued by Mexican consulates and embassies to Mexican nationals living abroad, regardless of their immigration status. Introduced in 1871 and upgraded to a high-security version in 2002, the Matrícula confirms your Mexican nationality and identity, helping consulates track their citizens and provide services like voter registration, emergency aid, or legal support. It's one of the most widely used consular ID cards globally, with over 2.2 million issued in the US alone between 2002 and 2003, and millions more since. So why does this matter? For Mexicans abroad, the Matrícula is a vital tool, opening doors to banking, local services, and cultural connections, even if you're maybe undocumented. It's not proof of legal residency in your host country, but it's a powerful symbol of identity and access. In 2025, over 12 million Mexicans living in the US, this card remains a cornerstone of diaspora life. Common questions include, what can I do with it? How do I apply? Is it secure? Stay tuned, we're going to cover the top benefits, starting with why it's a must-have. So the key benefits of the Matrícula Consular. What makes it so special? It's more than just an ID. It's a gateway to opportunity for Mexicans abroad. Here's why it's a big deal. First, it's your key to banking and financial services. In the US, with over 350 banks, including Wells Fargo and Bank of America, accept the Matrícula to open accounts, letting you save, send remittances, or get loans without a social security number. This is huge for the $50 billion in annual US-Mexico remittances. Second, it's a widely accepted ID. Many US states and municipalities recognize the Matrícula for driver's licenses, library cards, or local services like utilities. California, for example, allows it for AB60 driver's licenses, giving undocumented Mexicans legal driving rights. Who knows if that's changed in recent years, but that's what I have in the notes here. It's also used for tax filing, helping you get an IRS individual taxpayer identification number, an ITIN. So if you have this Matrícula card, it can make it easier to get an ITIN. And if you're curious about what an ITIN is, we have other videos on our channel about the ITIN. You can just search our back catalog. And by the way, subscribe to our channel as well. Another benefit is it connects you to consular services. The Matrícula registers you with the Mexican consulate, ensuring access to voter registration for Mexican elections, emergency evacuation, or legal aid in cases like deportation hearings. It's your lifeline to the Mexican government abroad. Fourth, it's a cultural bridge. This card links you to Mexican heritage through consular events like Dia de los Muertos celebrations or Independence Day fiestas. It's a symbol of pride. and it's a no-brainer as a way to connect yourself to Mexico as well as to your new host country. So who is eligible and how to apply? Let's get practical. Who can get the Matrícula Consular? The process is straightforward but requires specific documents and a consular visit. Here's the deal. Eligibility is open to any Mexican national living abroad, regardless of immigration status, documented, undocumented, temporary resident, or tourist. You must prove your Mexican nationality and identity, and provide an address in the host country. The application process is managed by Mexico's 50-plus consulates in the U.S., plus others worldwide, through the Secretaría de Relaciones Exteriores, the SRE. So here's how it works. First, schedule an appointment via the Mi Consul Mex website or the SRE hotline. In the US, I have a phone number here. It's 1-877-639-4835, so you can give that one a try. Appointments are required and can book up fast, especially in high-demand consulates like Los Angeles or Chicago. Next, gather your documents. You need proof of nationality, like an original Mexican birth certificate, valid Mexican passport, a voter ID, maybe your INE, or a military service card. Okay? So, credencial para votar, cartilla militar. You need some proof of Mexican nationality. You'll also need proof of identity, any additional supporting identity document as well, like a valid photo ID, passport, voter ID, driver's license, or student ID. You'll also need proof of address, a recent utility bill, lease, bank statement, or school record showing your name and address in the host country, as well as a photo. Some consulates take your photo on site. Others require a passport-style photo, 2.2, white background, that kind of thing. So I would be sure to bring a photo to your appointment either way, or include it in your application either way. Be sure to have photos. Even if you think they take the photo on site, still, no reason not to be prepared. Then, visit the consulate for your appointment. You'll submit documents, provide fingerprints for biometric security, and pay the fee. The card is typically issued same day or within 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the consulate. Here's a hidden tip. Check for mobile consulate events. Consulates visit smaller cities to issue matriculas, saving you a trip to a major hub. Book early via Mi Consul Mex as slots fill quickly. Next, let's talk about how secure is the Matrícula Consular and why does it matter? Well, they call it the Alta Seguridad version, the high security version, which rolled out originally in 2002 and has been upgraded since, and it's packed with anti-fraud features to ensure trust. These include an embedded chip that stores biometric data like fingerprints for verification. There's also holograms and microtext to prevent counterfeiting, visible under UV light. And then the machine readable zone, the MRZ, which allows scanning at banks or agencies like a passport. And it has a unique ID number that tracks the cardholder in Mexico's consular database. These features make the Matrícula one of the most secure consular IDs, accepted by over 1,200 U.S. institutions, from police departments to credit unions. Security matters because it builds trust. Banks rely on the card to verify identity, reducing cash-only risks for undocumented workers. Here's a lesser-known detail: consular verification. Some consulates cross-check documents with Mexico's Registro Nacional de Población, the RENAPO, database over there, ensuring accuracy. However, the lack of a fully centralized system has sparked criticism, as we'll explore next. So, just to touch upon controversies, and challenges, the Matrícula Consular is not without controversy, especially in the U.S. Let's break down the challenges and misconceptions. So one is security concerns. Critics like the U.S. Government Accountability Office in 2004 called the Matrícula, quote-unquote unreliable due to inconsistent document verification across consulates. Without a unified database, there's a small risk of fraud, like issuing multiple cards to one person. The 2005 Real ID Act restricted CID acceptance for driver's licenses requiring proof of lawful presence, sidelining the Matrícula in some states. Second, immigration debates. Some argue the card enables undocumented immigrants to bypass enforcement, fueling tensions. Supporters, including Mexico's SRE, counter that it enhances security by tracking nationals, aiding law enforcement, and fostering economic inclusion through banking. The 1963 Vienna Convention supports consular IDs, giving the Matrícula international legitimacy. And by the way, there's another video on our channel specifically about consular IDs in general as a concept, because more than 10 countries have consular IDs, and it's pretty interesting, honestly. So check out that video, subscribe to our channel. Challenges for applicants include consular access. Busy consulates like Chicago may have months-long wait lists, and rural residents may face travel costs to reach hubs. Document issues can also delay applications. Older birth certificates may need reissuance from Mexico's civil registry. A common misconception is that the Matrícula grants legal residency. It doesn't, offering no protection from deportation. Another myth is that it's only for undocumented immigrants. This is not true. Documented residents and tourists can also benefit, using it as a backup ID. That's what we have here, is a solid backup ID that's a no-brainer benefit. And there is a lesser-known nuance, is that there is varying levels of acceptance, we have to admit. While California embraces the Matrícula, states like Arizona require biometric checks, so research local policies. Your mileage is going to vary using this consular ID, whether it's for opening bank accounts or driver's licenses or whatever you want to do, but it's better than not having it. So here are some practical tips for getting your Matrícula. If you're ready to apply, here's how to get your Matrícula Consular like a pro. First, locate your nearest consulate using the Mi Consulmex website or app, which lists 50 plus US locations and global offices as well. Book an appointment early, 2 to 4 weeks ahead for busy consulates. Second, gather your documents meticulously. Get an original Mexican birth certificate, post-2010 for security, a valid photo ID like a voter ID or passport, and proof of address like a utility bill or lease. If your birth certificate is old, we highly recommend you order a new one via Mexico's civil registry. Third, prepare for the appointment. Bring some money and cards to pay the fees, bring your passport-style photos, bring copies of all your documents. Arrive 15 minutes early as consulates are strict on timing. Fourth, verify your documents. Consular staff will check your birth certificate against RENAPO databases and take fingerprints for the embedded chip. If approved, you'll get the card same day or mailed within 1 to 2 weeks. Fifth, use the Matrícula strategically. Carry it as a backup. It's cheaper and easier to replace than a passport, that's for sure. You can present it at banks, DMVs, or libraries, but confirm acceptance first, as policies vary. Sixth, stay updated. Follow us at MyLatinLife on Twitter, as well as YouTube and all the other platforms for expats, retirees, digital nomads, and Mexicans living abroad. And there you have it, Mexico enthusiasts. The Matrícula Consular de Alta Seguridad is your ticket to opportunity abroad, unlocking banking, driver's license, consular services, and cultural pride. It's the ultimate backup ID. Issued by Mexico's consulates, this high-security ID with chips, holograms, and biometrics empowers millions, from undocumented workers to documented expats, despite debates over security and immigration. With practical tips like booking early, using the consulates, and verifying local acceptance, you're ready to claim this powerful credential. Whether you're banking in Texas, voting in Mexican elections, or celebrating Dia de los Muertos abroad, I hope this video answered your questions and ignited your passion for staying connected to Mexico. So what's your plan for the Matrícula Consular? Do you have questions about the process? Have you gone through the process? Can you share some tips with us? Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to see any feedback you guys have. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more global ID and expat insights. Until next time, Viva Mexico, and we'll see you in the next video.